Hello everyone. So yesterday I did a video looking at a Russian depot used to store broken down and damaged vehicles from Ukraine before they were shipped back to Russia to be repaired or salvaged. Now on the drone footage which showcased the base, there was also a second base shown with another large number of armoured vehicles. It's the one on screen now. I didn't cover that in my video yesterday because I couldn't find satellite images of it. But a viewer of the channel, Paul from Norwich, sent me a link which featured a pair of satellite images of this one too, so I thought I'd take a look. As with yesterday's video, there are 3 images to go through. The first one, from 2020, shows this area as empty, so it was hastily assembled for use solely within Ukraine, not a permanent or already established base. If you check this site on Google Maps, you can see the vehicles are there on that image. So Google Maps has taken photos of the site in 2022. Now let's look at the satellite image. This site is smaller in scale than the one yesterday. Not as many vehicles here. I suspect this may be the second one established after the first one ran out of room. Then this one was set up. Here is a screenshot showing in a bit more detail as to what is here. North, we have mainly utility vehicles, Kamaz and Ural trucks, a possible PCP pontoon bridge, a tanker, and some tracked engineering vehicles. On the south side are a lot of armoured vehicles, mainly infantry fighting vehicles for the most part. Many BMPs and MTLBs look to be there. On this screenshot showing the eastern side, a mixture, including some heavy armour. We can also see a number of self-propelled howitzers and some tanks. Most of these here do look to be a bit less battered than in the previous depot. Some of those, if you'll recall, were notably burnt husks of vehicles. Here, they look shabby but not complete write-offs. But some of these do show signs of combat damage. So it isn't just ones that have broken down. Here's a video with clear signs of damage. I'm not sure what type of vehicle this is, an engineering vehicle of some sort perhaps? Now despite the vehicles here looking in better conditions, if we turn to the next image from October, we can see that a large number have been left behind when the base was abandoned. All that's left is vehicles which would be useless, either can't be repaired or have been stripped of any spare and valuable parts. Quite a lot were left here. So despite appearing less battered, they must have been in very poor condition. Notably absent of trucks, these were in the area now highlighted, which makes me think that these trucks and vehicles may have been used by the engineers and mechanics who operated at the base, rather than being damaged vehicles. Now, I should have done this with my last video, but the idea only just occurred to me to have a look at what was left. So I've put stills from the video alongside the map, so we can see what's there. So the northwestern section, most vehicles were left behind. This, judging by the video, is an assortment of miscellaneous vehicles. There's trucks, loaders, a couple of cranes, tankers, an excavator, a few armoured vehicles thrown in there, all left behind. Just below we can see 4 of the self-propelled howitzers seen on the video were left behind too. Then, the next image, 8 of the armoured fighting vehicles were left, as well as 4 more to the very south. On the eastern side, at least 3 tanks were left behind. There are of course many more, but the vehicles at the north central part weren't shown in the video, unless I missed it, nor were the vehicles at the very northwestern tip of the base, but needless to say, as you can tell with the satellite image, a lot was deemed unrepairable or unsalvageable. There's a lot of vehicles here. This base is located here, just under 9 kilometers from the border. And finally, before we finish, here it is in relation to the one we covered yesterday. Number 1 being yesterday's base, number 2 being today's. So very close together. I'm pretty sure this one was established after the first one became full. So the ones here are possibly the newer vehicles which were brought from Ukraine to Russia. And again, just as a reminder, these two bases were likely abandoned because Russia can no longer use them. Ukraine now has liberated Kharkiv and the nearest areas to this, so there's no way now for Russia to bring the damaged and abandoned and destroyed vehicles from Ukraine itself to this base. So that's it for this video. If you found it interesting, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks again, and take care, everybody.